The garbage truck stopped in front of the mansion at exactly 5:30 a.m. and no one noticed the old woman climbing down from it, her back bent, hands trembling, clothes stained and torn. No one, except the woman of the house, and the way she reacted would decide her future forever. The mansion stood silent, polished, and proud, a symbol of power and wealth that belonged to Raymond Callister, one of the richest businessmen in the country. Newspapers called him ruthless. Rivals feared him. But none of them knew the truth. Raymond no longer trusted his own family. Ever since his beloved wife passed away, Raymond's greatest fear wasn't losing money, it was losing his son to the wrong woman. His son, Daniel, had married Olivia just 1 year earlier. She was beautiful, elegant, and perfect in public. Charity events loved her smile. Social media adored her luxury life. But something in her eyes made Raymond uneasy, a cold calculation hidden behind warmth. So Raymond planned a test no one could imagine. That morning, Raymond disguised himself as an elderly garbage-collecting woman. A gray wig covered his hair. Wrinkles were painted carefully on his face. His expensive posture was replaced with a painful limp. He wore gloves full of holes and smelled of waste and dust. Even his voice changed. He wanted to see who Olivia really was. When no one was watching. As the mansion gates opened, Olivia stepped out, annoyed, holding her coffee. She nearly spilled it when she saw the old woman standing too close to the driveway. "Can't you see where you're standing?" Olivia snapped. "This is private property." The old woman lowered her head and whispered, "I'm sorry, dear. I dropped something. Just 1 minute." Olivia's face twisted in disgust. "Hurry up. You people always make everything dirty." Those words pierced Raymond's heart. Later that day, Raymond, still in disguise, returned, pretending to be thirsty. He knocked softly on the side entrance. The maid opened the door, but Olivia rushed over. "What do you want now?" Olivia demanded. The old woman said gently, "May I have some water? I've been working since dawn." Olivia crossed her arms. "There's a tap outside. Use that. And don't touch anything." Raymond watched carefully. This wasn't about money anymore. It was about humanity. That evening, Daniel came home. He smiled at Olivia, unaware. Raymond, back in his real identity, joined them for dinner and studied Olivia as she laughed and served him food politely, the same woman who showed cruelty hours earlier. The contrast terrified him. Over the next few weeks, Raymond repeated the test. Sometimes he appeared sick. Sometimes hungry. Sometimes invisible. Olivia failed every time, complaining, mocking, ignoring, but something unexpected happened. The housemaid, Clara, always helped the old woman. She shared food, offered water, even cried listening to her struggles. Raymond noticed everything. One night, Raymond fell ill, truly ill this time. Lying in his room, he realized this test wasn't just about Olivia. It was about who would stand by him when power disappeared, and the answer was becoming painfully clear. The old garbage woman stood in the center of the grand living room, and in one single moment, she removed her wig. Olivia screamed, Daniel froze, and the truth exploded like a storm. No one could escape. The entire family had gathered that evening. Raymond had called them urgently. Olivia sat confidently beside Daniel, unaware that her perfect life was about to collapse. Raymond entered slowly, this time wearing the same worn clothes from the garbage truck. "Father?" Daniel whispered, confused. "What is this?" Raymond looked directly at Olivia. "Do you recognize me now?" Her face went pale. He removed the wig, wiped the makeup, and stood tall, the powerful man she thought she controlled. 4 months, Raymond said calmly, "You showed me who you are when you thought I was nothing." Olivia stammered. "This is ridiculous." "No," Raymond interrupted. "What's ridiculous is how easily kindness disappears when wealth is gone." Daniel stood up, shaking. "Olivia, is it true?" She stayed silent. Raymond turned to Clara, the maid, and said, "You treated a stranger with dignity. You treated me like a human being." Then he faced Olivia again. "You treated me like trash." Tears filled Daniel's eyes. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked his father. "Because love must be tested in silence," Raymond replied. "And now you see." Olivia tried to justify herself. "I didn't know it was you." Raymond's voice hardened. "That's the point." Within days, Daniel separated from Olivia. The world was shocked when Raymond changed his will, leaving a large portion of his wealth to charity and to those who had shown kindness without expecting reward. Clara received an education fund. The staff received security. And Daniel learned the hardest lesson of his life, that love without compassion is empty. Raymond recovered slowly, but his heart felt lighter, because he didn't just test his daughter-in-law. He exposed the truth. True character is revealed when no one is watching. Money can hide cruelty, but kindness shines even in rags. Respect is not about status, it is about humanity.